Hi there guys, this is Tim with Photified. You're about to watch part 4 of my wedding from start to finish. This is the family photos and then also the ceremony. Um, in the ceremony is actually where I think I made my biggest mistake of the day. As you know, this was my brother-in-law's wedding, and so my whole family was with me as well. And my daughter, who's 2.5 years old, really did not like getting her photo taken. During the family photo, she was the one who was crying a lot, which is kind of not a fun place to be in when you're the photographer and you have the kid that's crying all the time. But you know, she's 2.5, you can't do much about it. So during this ceremony, I was with my brother, and I told him during the ceremony I do not need his help, which is true because I only have one body, so that he could do whatever he wants during the ceremony. Well, he helped out, and along with my sister, took my daughter, so the three of them, on a walk because my daughter was still being loud and disruptive. And my mistake was I didn't have my brother leave behind this. This is my camera bag. This is a Boda, B-O-D-A. I bought this from Jason used. It's a very nice, solid little bag. It doesn't carry too much, but it does carry my lenses. Carries this baby. My 85-1.4 Rokinon, which I like a lot. I only have 3 lenses, 85-1.4, my kit lens, and then the Sigma 30mm. So all I had was this setup. Was my Sigma 30mm 2.8 and my Sony a6000, so the entire ceremony was shot on the 30mm. It's not what I would prefer to have happened, but it's what happened. So next time I'll be more cautious with that one. But anyway, so that's the big mess up that I did with pretty much, in my opinion, the whole ceremony. And I'm also trying a new video format where I'll play a chunk of video and then I'll show some photos of the chunk of video. Instead of playing the video, then the photos in front. I'm going to try it this way, see if it works out better. Let me know what you guys think about this new video format, and as always, have a good day. Enjoy the video. Bye. So here we are to part 4. Here are the family photos. We did a couple shots there as well first, but here are some family photos. We did a simple overhead softbox as always. The location I picked out was because even though it's cloudy now, earlier that day it was sunny, and so I had to find a shaded location that was large enough for me to be able to fit the whole group, which here we all are, the whole group of people. So that's why this spot, the background's not really the greatest, just foresty, but I just wanted a spot where the light would be good on everyone's face, so you could see everyone's faces and eyes in the photos. As you can see here. With family photos, you always shoot a lot of different combinations. Always ready for little surprise moments like this. They're always fun. But pretty much I just had the bride pick out all the combinations she wanted. We did do a few shots of the bride and groom here as well, just with my 30mm 2.8, and that's because since we were an hour behind, we didn't know if we were going to get any time later to actually shoot any more photos. So this is the setup for the ceremony, basic front yard type wedding, nothing too fancy. I choose, because I'm a single shooter, I choose to stand at the front area so I can get everyone coming down. I could also get the groom and the officiant right there as well, and I can get both reactions from one location. You're going to see a lot with me around this ceremony. I move around all the time, just because I'm just getting different angles. And especially with only having one lens for this, I was moving in and out all the time. So here are some shots simply of them coming down the aisle. Again, it was nice that it was overcast sky more or less, so it made the light fairly decent on everyone's face. So now the next section we're going to actually see the the bride coming down the aisle. So now we're to one of the longer video sessions in this little thing. We're going to have the bride coming down the aisle, and also you see me here getting her coming down, then getting his reaction to her coming down. And yeah, so if you can imagine where I'm at, I'm right in the very front of pretty much everything, slightly off to the side. And then once they're up there, I decided not to work at the same spot I was before because I would just get their back. So I worked pretty much behind the groomsmen, which is where I'm at now. I'm over the groomsman's shoulder. Or behind the bridesmaids, which is where I'm at now. And then walking from one side to the other, here I am down at the, getting the wide shot right here of kind of the old flower petals and that stuff. And then just hunting different angles because the ceremony lasted about 20-25 minutes. So all I did was just keep on moving from different spot to different spot. That's the style I choose to do. Some people might choose and try and wait for a particular shot, but I chose to keep on moving because during this time they're not doing a whole lot. because they're not doing a unity candle, and they're not doing any sort of other things besides just the rings and the vows, which they're actually going to do the rings in the next section of video here. So here's just the shots of the bride coming down the aisle, and then a bunch of different angles of the bride and groom. Here's a crop of the same photo here, because I want to get a little closer. Yeah, so overall pretty simple. Try to see at least one person's face, even though they're at a V. So bride's face, groom's face, and then praying because it's a religious wedding. And then we're going to be going into the rings right here. So then for the ring exchange, having a prime lens, just jump right on in there because you got to get the shot. So I got that one pretty nice. I'll show that one later. Then ran over to the other side to try and get the other perspective of her actually putting the ring on him. So then once I got both of them getting the rings on each other's hands, right up here I moved into a different position. So for me, where I like to be for the first kiss is pretty much down low in the center of the aisle. That way I can also catch them walking down the aisle as well. So where I was. Now one mistake I did here as well, one I thought it was going to be sooner. One mistake I did there as well is that I kept it on wide focusing, and so it actually focused on the background once or twice because it wasn't seeing their faces because their faces were facing each other. So keep that as a note. I should have gone to more of a smaller focusing area. I did get the shot, but it took it refocusing 2 different times because I'm using an autofocus lens for this one to actually get the shot that I ended up wanting. How are you going for the first kiss? Bada bing, bada boom, firing off a lot of shots here. Just because you want to make sure you get it. Also, I'm still in low speed because I don't want to fill up my buffer. And then I'm just walking backwards pretty blindly and just continually firing. So here's some shots of them putting on the rings. Basic reactions, both sides. I'm not showing all the photos obviously from the wedding or obviously from the ceremony, but here's just some. And then we're going on to the first kiss right here. Now next time we're going to be going over the reception and then some dancing, and then eventually we're going to go over the couple's portraits at some point in this video series. But thank you guys always for tagging along, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.